welcome to the post-game press conference after the first qualification game of the day at the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. The final result after the game between Italy and Latvia, 82-87. I am joined now by Coach Gianmarco Prosecco and Gabriele Procida. We start with the player statement. Gabriele, please, your thoughts on the game tonight.
Un commento.
Was tough today. We want to finish strong because we deserve to finish strong. Also for Gigi, our captain, because he deserves these two games that we have to play strong, and for sure will be a reaction the day after tomorrow. For sure.
Thank you, Coach. Anything you would like to add?
Yeah. Okay. First of all, congratulations to Luca, Banchi, and to Letonia, not just for today, of course, but because they did a great job. All tournament we were talking, of course we are Italian, so we know each other, and we were talking before the game that we were unlucky. They lost because they missed the last shot, so they have really opportunity to continue this tournament. And we play against America, but in the same time we were so proud, and I'm so proud because we have two Italians coach here in the top 8, and miss for nothing the third one, that is Sergio Scariolo. So for Italian basketball is really good signal. And most of the time I talk about the players, or my players, and this is the first time that I have something for my category, especially Italian category, of course. Then it was like strange game, of course, but this I don't want to disrespect Latvia, that they deserve it to win, but it was a little bit strange for us. Simone doesn't play, and of course we have to look forward. I use a lot of young guys that, of course, for them, they help us a lot, but they have to play this type of games to grow up. So we are really happy because we are on the right way, and then of course we are focused on the last game of Gigi. Gigi scored 20 points tonight, and he's unique. I was thinking a couple of days ago, what I have to tell about Gigi. They ask me, everybody in the world ask me, which kind of person is Gigi, which kind of player. So tough to explain. And then I said, okay, unique is something that represented him. And but then you want to explain why he's unique. But if he's unique, first of all, you cannot have example, and you cannot compare to anything else, and so it's so difficult to explain why he's unique. He's unique because he's unique, so nothing.
Thank you. I would like to open up the floor for questions. English first, please. Please raise your hand, wait for the microphone, and state your name and the outlet you're working for. Thank you. I see one question up here.
Gabriele, José Ramón Alba, from Spain. Coach said these kind of games may grow young people like you. How important was this season for you in Germany and playing the World Cup to grow up as a player and as a person?
Sure, was a lot important. I have to say thank you to the coach and my teammates. My season was okay. Was not good enough, but we'll keep working on my skills and on my individuals, and look forward for the next season.
Thank you. Any more questions? Yes, one more over here.
Donatas Rubanas, basketnews.com. Coach, I have two questions. First of all is about Simone Fontecchio, why he didn't play. And the second one is about some other gentlemen, Carlo Calcati, Edoardo Casalone, Giuseppe Poeta, Federico Fucca, Riccardo Fois. People see you very often on the social media, but I believe that this group of gentlemen also deserves credit. We see them often on the sidelines, of course, and It's unusual to have all of these guys and gentlemen here in the press conference, but how would you describe this team and your journey together since you began it in the Italian national team?
The first question was like, yeah. No, Simone was sick. He was really sick, and he really wanted to play, but he couldn't. And to the end, with the doctor, I decided that he was not able to play at all. My staff they are amazing. They are amazing. You know, in my opinion, every athlete, every coaching staff, everybody that is involved in sport, everybody are focused on results. And this is something that I don't want to change. Of course, everybody want to compete to achieve the best. But the difference that you have not just one philosophy or mentality or one way to achieve everything, what you want to achieve. And my philosophy is totally different than I think than everybody, because I really love my staff, I really love my players, and I want to have like daily living that way. You understand what I mean? So it's so important which kind of atmosphere we can create. Probably for tourism. Then because if you have to celebrate, that's the best that can happen. And if you are sad because you lost, you have somebody that you can cry on his shoulder. And so that's something that I want to teach. And then to the end, there is another step that when you become old, and I'm already old, when you become old and you look back, remain just relationship, human relationship. And if you want to remind something that you want, you have to call your teammates. And you have to, let me say, like, share with him that kind of emotion. Because you cannot do that by yourself in a house. It's something that nobody does. So, in my opinion, there is just this way to live basketball with emotion, friendship, take care of your staff, take care of your players, love your players, love your staff, and they are amazing. They are really amazing. For example, they are totally different. You can see all of them, 4. They are totally different. One looks like Tunisino. The other one looks like from Finland. Another one looks like Flintstone. Pepe, you don't know, we come from Mars, from the moon. So they are totally different, but sometimes I stand in the corner and I watch them, and they have like unbelievable relationship. That's something amazing. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. Do we have a more question in English maybe before we move on to Italian? Yes, over here, gentleman in the white shirt.
Oh, thank you. Reini Sorsniks, Latvian TV. Coach, before you arrived, when you arrived here, you joked about Manny Pacquiao, you want to fight him. In terms of fight, how could you characterize this game? Not as a basketball, but as a fight.
About this game, I was honest with my players. Everybody, after USA game, we want to leave. We want to come back home with our family. That's normal. I got a daughter that she's 6 months, and I didn't see her like last 2. So I was the first one. but they play. In any case, they play without Simone. We were like a little bit in trouble, but they got big character, and they will finish good because they want to give to Gigi what he deserves.
Do we have any questions in Italian tonight? Yes, one more over here.
Ciao coach, ciao Gabri, Cesare Minanti Euroops. Hai parlato di carattere che hanno mostrato i ragazzi dopo essere andati sotto e a mio avviso, a nostro avviso, Gabri è stato uno dei migliori nel mostrarlo. Volevo chiederti, soprattutto in una delle ultime partite di Gigi, quanto conta vedere un ragazzo giovane del futuro di questa nazionale approcciare così bene una partita del genere. Grazie.
Guarda, ho imparato molto di più dai miei compagni di squadra che dai miei allenatori. Il fatto per Gigi, per Gabri, ma non solo, per Matteo, per Momo, per Luca, avere la possibilità di fare un campionato del mondo vicino a Gigi, poi tra l'altro un'esperienza poi chiaramente del tutto particolare, è stato qualcosa di veramente significativo per loro. In più sono stati, come dicevo prima in inglese, estremamente bravi, ci hanno aiutato fin dal primo giorno di raduno a Folgaria. Penso di aver fatto la scelta giusta, mi dispiace aver lasciato a casa qualche veterano che magari si meritava comunque di essere qua, cito Vitali, Tessitori, insomma ci sono più di qualche giocatore che ripeto meritava di essere qui, ma abbiamo fatto una scelta che secondo me ha pagato, di iniziare, come dire, a pensare anche al futuro. Oggi abbiamo avuto un'ulteriore possibilità di farlo, l'abbiamo fatto e Gabri, Matteo, Momo e Luca hanno come sempre risposto nel modo più giusto.
Thank you. One more question in Italian up here.
Coach, ti volevo chiedere una cosa, hai paura che magari vedendo, cioè questi anni l'Italia si è dimostrata sempre fra le prime 8 e dall'esterno magari queste partite...
No, aspetta, no. Allora, una cosa è essere nelle prime 8 ai mondiali, anche perché in teoria ci sono solo 6 squadre europee qua ed è estremamente più complicato perché poi è uscita l'Australia, sono uscite squadre clamorosamente forti. La verità è che io non l'ho detto prima, però oggi lo dico. Io ho sempre avuto la sensazione negli ultimi 20 anni che l'Italia non potesse qualificarsi ai mondiali perché fosse scarsa. La verità è che oggi noi abbiamo alzato talmente tanto l'asticella che la cosa che mi è dispiaciuta di più, ma sono contento di aver sofferto, è che noi siamo entrati in campo convinti di poter vincere contro l'America. I want to translate this in English. That last 20 years in Italy we didn't expect that we could achieve to play in this tournament. And I follow just basketball, okay? I got nothing else to do daily. And so that we couldn't even compare at this level. And those guys last 3-4 years, they show to themselves, but not just to themselves, that we were able to do it. And in this tournament, even more. Because to be here and the top 8 is something that 5 years ago seems like a joke. Then you can have like different point of view, of course. Everybody can have his own point of view. But this is the truth. This is the truth. Because I was out of federation. And when I was out of federation, I looked as like Italian national team, they were not able to achieve. And that's happened because in the last 3 World Championships, we didn't qualify. We didn't qualify. And this summer, all in Italy, watching the game against USA, they were cheer to push our players because we convinced them that we could win against America. That's it.
Ti volevo chiedere questo, hai paura?
No, mai paura.
Hai, come si può dire?
C'ho paura degli squali.
Considerando quello che hai detto giustamente, punto di partenza, che dall'esterno possa essere magari sottovalutato quello che è stato il lavoro che avete fatto. perché comunque, ribadisco, negli ultimi 3 anni l'Italia che arriva ai quarti olimpici, vince un preolimpico, quarto europeo, non è una cosa che è capitata molto spesso nella storia della pallacanestro italiana. Dico, hai paura che magari sull'onda di questa partita, magari dall'esterno qualcuno possa ridimensionare quello che a noi sembra un traguardo, poi c'è sempre da fare meglio. Ti volevo chiedere solo questo. Grazie.
Te lo ripeto, se uno non capisce che noi siamo arrivati al punto di far credere a tutti che potevamo vincere con l'America, se uno non riesce a capire che abbiamo alzato l'asticella talmente tanto da guardare Italia-America pensando di andare in semifinale e non si rende conto che è straordinario, perché l'abbiamo pensato tutti, perché la differenza l'ha fatta quella partita lì, non quella di oggi, neanche quella di dopodomani. La differenza è quella partita lì. E io ve lo garantisco, questo invece è una mia opinione. Questa è un'opinione. Non mi assumo, come dire, la facoltà di dire delle verità. Potete non condividerlo. Se noi avessimo giocato con qualsiasi altra squadra, noi saremmo andati in semifinale. I translate in English also. I want to say that that's like opinion. But if we didn't play, if we should not play with America, with USA, we were in semi-final. Then you can think that I'm crazy, but don't worry. You are not the first one, and for sure not the last one.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you to you both. This concludes the first part of the press conference.
Ciao a tutti.
Welcome back to the second part of the post-game press conference after the classification game at the FIBA Basketball World Cup between Italy and Latvia. The final score, once again, 82-87 for Latvia, playing now for the 5th game in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. I'm joined now by player Andrejs Grašulis and coach Luka Banki from Team Latvia. We start with the player statement. Andrejs, amazing performance from you tonight. How do you feel about the game?
It was a tough game, second game in 2 days. We started slow, as you saw in the game, but we got our gears rolling, and then the game started to become a bit easier, to be honest. And then we just played our basketball, and we played fast, what we didn't do in the first quarter, and that helped us a lot. So, yeah, just happy with the victory, as always.
Thank you. Coach, your thoughts on the game today?
A good win, despite the very short time we had to recover energy, mental, physical energy after the yesterday night game with Germany. no possibility to prepare the game for what are the usual routine, but one more time was a matter to go deeper into the values of this squad, a group of guys that proved, despite a very sloppy approach with the game, that they really cares, and they come back and they found the vibes, they found the rhythm to play with our usual flow. And so it was nice to see finally the team perform as I was expecting. And at the end was very tough, very tight, but a good win that will offer for next game the possibility to play a final, and will be very exciting.
Thank you, Coach. I'd like to open up the floor for questions. Any players for the player first? We start over here with the microphone. Thank you.
Thank you. Ennio Terrassi Sportando for Andres. What does it mean for you, besides of the short recovery span, to play this kind of game against the players you faced in the league across the whole season?
To be honest, it was just another game for me to be. But you know, at the end of the game, I felt kind of relieved because I have to go to Italy, and then I have something to say to them afterwards. So yeah, it was a great feeling, and this was like a cherry on top that I have to go back there.
Thank you. Any more questions in English for the player? Yes, back in the back, please, first. Oh, no. English? Oh, sorry.
First of all, congrats on the win. You look classy here. You're probably the classiest one that came to a press conference in this tournament. And on the court, you made whatever it needs, not the most fancy scores, but you made it any score that the team needed to take the win and to make you make points. How important is for you this kind of performance, helping the team and scoring a lot of points?
Yeah, we just as a team used what the Italy was giving us. So they were switching. I was with the small guy at underlow, so it's not hard to score over somebody who's not really tall. So, but as I told before, it's great, and then it's a great feeling to be useful to the team. That basically we had a tough game yesterday, and then this game wasn't easy, and then to help. And to wear this shirt on a court is always a pleasure, and to help is even bigger pleasure. So,
Do we have any more questions? Yes, over here, the microphone.
Hello, my name is Yuki Ugawa, Dunk Shoot Magazine Japan, and congratulations on your victory. And my question is to Andres. I think you've been playing almost whole matches since the qualifier. So how this experience that you keep winning gave you the confidence, and that confidence worked to win even the next games?
yeah, I played all of the games with even pre-qualification, and then we had some tough ones. I believe that's probably one of the keys why our team is playing the way we play. We have our identity, and yeah, it's always nice to win, and that's a feeling we like to keep in the locker room and in the team. So yeah, just happy. That's the main thing, being confident on the court. So and play whoever comes.
Thank you. I believe we have a question in Latvian over here.
Jā, apsveicu Andreju 24 sekundes pirms. Piedod. 24 sekundes pirms spēles beigām tālmetiens principā sagrāva pretinieku cerības. Tev kaut kāds flashmobs bija gar acīm. Vakardienas Dāvija metiens saka, neatstāsim šodien vēl vienas tādas trakas beigas. Un par nākamo spēli. Lietuva vai Slovenija labāk gribētu redzēt?
Labs jautājums. Par metienu. Vienkārši šodien bija tāda diena, ka jūtu, ka var iemest. Tā kā bija jāmet. Un laiks arī nebija, man liekas, ļoti daudz palicis. Un bija salīdzinoši brīvs. Bet par to kaut kāda flashbacks vai kaut kas tā nebija vienkārši. Nu. Es teiktu, kā es iepriekš teicu, mēs ņēmām to, ko mums deva Itāļu aizsardzība. Par rītdienu? Es nezinu. Kā? Nē, nu, ar lietuviešiem mēs spēlējam pārbaudas spēli, tā kā būtu interesantāk par slovēņiem uzspēlēt.
Thank you. Final question for Andres.
Sveiks, Andrej. Tu tikko teici, ka spēle bija grūta, bet varbūt var noraksturot, cik mentāli bija spēles sākumā sarežģīti pārvarēt to pirmo itāļu skrējienu.
Es teiktu vairāk ne mentāli, jo es domāju, ka mēs bijām gatavi un mentāli tieši, jo katrs gribēja varbūt pat atriepties par vakardienu un parādīt, ka mēs, ka tas mūs tik ļoti neietekmēs. Fiziski bija grūtāk, es teiktu, jo pirmās 5 minūtēs tiešām bija grūti skriet, viņiem bija citi ātrumi. Bet jā, es teiktu, vairāk fiziski bija grūti nekā mentāli. Un tā, kad ieskrējāmies, iesilām, tā teikt, tad arī aizgāja tā spēle.
Thank you, Andres. You may go if you want to.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions for Coach today? I think there was one over here.
Donatas Urbanas, basketnews.com. Coach, coaching career in basketball is usually a big roller coaster. At what point of this roller coaster you were before accepting Latvia's job? How do you feel during this journey? And what did it take for this entire experience with Latvian team so far?
Wow. You want to go back? I was in US, being assistant coach for Long Island Nets, with a vision that maybe I can enter into the Brooklyn Nets coaching staff. Bubble, COVID, and everything. Nothing was working as I was expecting. Was a good experience. During the stay in Orlando, during bubble, I received a call from my ex-player, Kaspar Tsiprus, who asked me, honestly, during my stay in US, I was not following FIBA windows at all. And he told me that, they have to look for a new coach for a national team. And I was kind of, surprised, shocked, or whatever. I asked a few hours to think about that. A country where I never been before. Language that I don't know at all. No players that I coached in my career from Latvia, then Kaspar Tsiprus in 2000. So it was, let's say, a jump in the dark. And I said, okay, Porzingis, Davis Bertans, Dairis Bertans, Roland Smits, Andrzej Pasecki, why not to try? And I say yes, and okay, at the beginning sounds crazy, but I approached this new experience with all my energy. And I realized from the very beginning that was some kind of empathy between me and this environment. I create a special connection with Dairis Bertans, our captain. That is the guy who helped me the most, together with my coaching staff, to learn about Latvian basketball, Latvian style. I interview many coaches. I travel to Latvia. I went almost everywhere we play basketball. Being a small country help. I tried, despite my job as a club coach and national team coach, I try to stay connected as much as possible. Here we have 2 of the main coaches plus another coach who help as advanced scouting. During the preparation, also another one. It means that 5 out of 6 head coaches who work with the, let's say, main teams in Latvia, they were helping to share this experience, because I have to, this is my mission, I have to impulse basketball in this country. It's not because I need to win games, because my career doesn't need extra wins, but Latvian basketball needs to stay at the level who deserve. And we need a night like this, night like that, like we had against Spain, Turkey, Serbia, Greece, France, to show everybody that we are alive, that we exist, and we go through the big names, because we have an identity, we have a style, And as we proved tonight, we have values. I say we, they have values. They have. Because the way they approach the game tonight, believe me, it will be tough for everybody to find the energy, the motivation to come on a court, to step on a court and expose your body. People here is feeding the family with basketball. And after 22 hours and such a dramatic game, they ask them after 6 games in 10 days to be back on court and compete the semifinal for the 5th place. It's risky, it's probably not respectful, but no one single player stepped down. And everybody wants to play and everybody wants to win. And it's a matter of value. They are doing amazing job to promote basketball in a country. Yesterday, 3 hours school allowed kids to have TV in the classes. You know, they watch the game in TV. We receive many pictures, and I receive a video that I share on a chat with the players after the game with Germany, before to go to sleep. I want them to see these kids watching, sitting in a room, sitting and watching them play. It means that in a few games, they become role models. And models need to inspire people. And the people tonight was expecting them to give one more demonstration to have special value. And that's what they did. They deserve to become role models. It's not a matter of wins. It's a matter of attitude. Because are not the big names, but are the values who make the people special.
Thank you. Final question for Coach over here.
Congrats, Rainis, Latvian TV. Congrats on 2-0 against Italian coaches in this World Cup. But I don't want to put you in the same situation as Luka Doncic is, so I'll ask a question about the emotions. How hard it was to control the emotions in this kind of game for you and also for the players?
No, for me it wasn't so difficult, honestly. I know most of the people on the other side, players, coaches, everybody. But, you know, be here and play 5th, 8th position was not giving probably the full emotions that you can expect from such a kind of game. The most important was to direct all my energy to help the team to be prepared for such a difficult game. You saw the first 10 minutes. It's not a matter of will, but sometimes, you know, you command, you lead your body from here, you know, and when you don't receive impulses, it's difficult to react and to respond. I really thank those guys because I was not doing anything then. Try to keep them confident in a proper direction, and they did everything by themselves. They found the resources, the way to come back and find the flow we need. So no special emotion, then a great pleasure to see the way the team click, no matter if you play Italy, Spain, France, Ivory Coast, Slovenia, no matter. The way the guys click and they come back in the style that fit the most with our way to work together, it makes me super proud. One more time, super proud.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck for the last game. This
Thank you.
concludes the press conference.
Thank you.